welcome to this video. So we're going to talk about now the base and the detector, particularly the voltage divider in the base assembly for the Hamamatsu photomultiplier tube. So the model used is the R6095. Which is a 28 millimeter ends-on photomultiplier detector. So the detector is mainly made for Cherenkov light to detect cosmic rays emitting Cherenkov radiation in, let's say, water. So here's the RadioShack project box. And so this is the enclosure that is used to house the high voltage power supply and the as well as the voltage divider circuit. So the this is the RadioShack project box or project enclosure. It's a plastic box, a fairly large size plastic box, and it comes with a metal plate. But we don't use the metal plate. We only use just the enclosure itself. So and these are the dimensions for this enclosure, and they're in inches as opposed to in centimeters. All right, so let's take a look at the the box, and so here's the completed detector assembly, and so just as reference, the box measures about we go use centimeters, so it measures about 14 centimeters here. So it's a pretty long length of a box. It's 14 centimeters. That's 14 centimeter right here. And here's the detector. It's covered with the tissue paper just so that we minimize the light getting into it when it's not being used. So it's connected to the box. It's fastened to the box through the detector socket. So here's the detector socket. This is the piece of photomultiplier for the 11-pin detector. So this is from made by EMI, and it's gone from eBay. So most of the parts used gone from eBay. So with the exception of the label, this is from McMaster Car. The box, of course, is from RadioShack, and the resistors from Digit Key. The Yeah, that's pretty much it. So let's take a look at the inside the box. Okay, see what we have here. So this is the one version of it, and so it's a fairly nice box that you can have plenty of room to work with. Of course, it might be bigger than what some people might use, but you can have nice, comfortable space in there. So this is the high voltage power supply from EMCO. It's placed on a circuit board just to it's just for structure. You don't need to put it on a circuit board, but it's just to fasten down the power supply. So this is I think it's a 1500-volt power supply. It's the EMCO model number G15R. So it's a positive high voltage power supply. And this is the photomultiplier socket. It connects to the photomultiplier detector here. And all these is the wiring from the socket to the various dyno stages on the detector itself. So this is the circuit board for the voltage divider, and you can see all these wires here. It connects to the various dyno stages on the photomultiplier detector. Now, these wires, these are not your ordinary wires. These are actually Teflon wires, and so and we also have the resistors. Here you can kind of see the resistors there, and these are gone from Digit Key. They have a certain we call a high voltage tolerance, I think they can hold up to 300 volts. And here also the high voltage capacitors. Oops. High voltage capacitors, and are there to stabilize the voltage when the fast pulse comes to the toward the output of the circuit board. So here we have the power. The power. It's a DC power. It's like 12 volts that directly powers the high voltage, and we have the low level signal output coming from the output of the photomultiplier tube. And these are all wires. These are all grounded. They all have their grounding lugs on there, because the box is not metal. It's plastic. So there you have it. So everything, with the exception of the circuit board, the resistors, the box itself, these are all gone from eBay. So the detector is from eBay. The socket is from eBay. The high voltage is from eBay. The connectors, not sure where they were from. I found it in my collection of connectors, so I just used it. And so this is one version of the detector box, and it's always good to put the labels on the outside of your box for high voltage to indicate high voltage, so nobody get hurt, if they touch the box. As particularly if you're working with students, and so you also put labels on for the high voltage, also and for the output. So you don't put in any high voltage. You put in the 12 volts. 12 volts to supply the voltage needed for the detector. So basically, for coincidence work, you will need two of these, and so I have made two of them, and they're not identical. They're almost the same. The detectors are the same. The high voltage power supplies, they're the same, and the the assembly, they're all almost identical. So here we use the circuit boards from RadioShack, and so we can mount the resistor and the capacitor on there. So this one is slightly different, but has the same high voltage power supply. You see, for both, and whatever circuit board I was able to find, I just use it. And here the two circuit boards, they're a little bit different, but you hear this one, you have more room to work with, and so on. All right, so thank you for watching this video.